Don't focus in the back there, focus on me, because I am talking.
I need an angel to save me from myself.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, your girl Jennifer. I hope you guys are doing alright. Like, guys, how are you guys doing? You know what I mean. If you are new here and if this is your first time of coming across my channel or checking out my video, you're welcome. You're the real deal. If you're not new and still you haven't subscribed to my channel, please, I don't know what you're waiting for. Like, I really don't know what you're waiting for. I really don't know why you're coming here and you're not subscribing, but you keep wanting to get it until the deal from me. Like, I'm not gonna say this twice. Please subscribe before you go or before you finish watching this video. You know what I mean? Like, I need you in part of my family. So guys, for today's video, it's not a makeup tutorial, not a hair tutorial, not a chit chat or what have you. I am going to be talking about types of concealers for dark skin girls with deep yellow warm undertone. Did I say too much? Okay, let me break it down. I'm talking about type 4 concealer that you can use as a dark skin lady or woman of color which has a yellow or deep undertone. You know, it's not every concealer like we gotta use. We need a specific concealer that can fit into our face, like our skin tone and whatnot. So there are concealer with neutral, with pink, with red undertone, but majority of dark skin ladies have got a golden deep warm undertone. So I'm gonna be giving you my classic chap, I don't know how many it is, 5, 10 or 6 concealer which got either warm undertone, deep yellow undertone or deep golden undertone. So please sit back and relax to get the tea. Okay, grab your cup of tea and be right here with me. So I'm gonna start from my list to my very like favorite concealer currently, and I'm going to talk a little bit about each concealer and tell you how well they work. Some of it you guys must have known, some of it you guys don't really know, so that's why you're here. My top 10 concealer list concealer that has, this concealer does not really have a golden undertone, warm at that. It is more of a cool / neutral undertone. This concealer is a Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. This was the first launch of the Makeup Revolution product as to ever have a concealer, and obviously when they launched they didn't really come out with a lot of shades. Oh yeah, what am I talking about? They came out, they extended their shades. Fucking shit. This is in C12 and I have C12.5. oh shit. Oh fuck. So they came out with shades which really like, obviously jump shades and ranges. So I got the C12. However, the C12 is more of a cool / neutral undertone, so it's not really like deep golden undertone. But the reason I use it is just to cancel out, like I want to really have a highlighted face, so I really want my like under eye to be really light, so I mix it with my deep golden undertone. So because whenever I use my deep golden undertone, it kind of merges with my old foundation, skin foundation, so when I use this concealer it actually blends it how many it gives the demarcation of, okay, my under eye, just on my forehead, T-zone area are pretty light, so the rest of my face is a be like my skin color really. So that's what this is. My C12 is my top 10, but not gonna stay there because this same concealer extended their concealer line, because a lot of people actually voiced that their opinion that they are missing shades, the shade is not really enough, does not really have a deep warm or golden undertone in between 12 or 13 and whatever and after 13 and whatnot concealer. So they came out with shade called 12.5. So after 12 we got 12.5 into 13, and 30 got 13.5, and I'm not talking about 30 and 13.5. This concealer is amazing. Obviously the first launch was also amazing. I got the shock of my life. I think my bob just died. Oh fuck my life, my bob just died. Sorry guys, I was really scared. I thought my bob died because, you know, like, oh my god, I have to go and change my new one, blah blah blah. But I just touched the socket, it's on. So yeah, so what was I saying? I was talking about 12.5. So 12.5, the extended shades from their concealer line, which is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. That's what it's called. You have to really say the word conceal and define concealer because it's different. Okay, so 12.5, I tried it. It's good. It doesn't crease underneath your eye, and believe me, this time around, this got a warm on the yellow undertone, not golden, not deep, a warm yellow undertone, and this thing does the work. Really, we are not talking about looking for a neutral undertone. We're looking for a like really warm golden undertone that women of color out there, dark skin girls out there can buy. And this concealer is affordable. It's cost £4. So that's my top 10, least top 10, I guess. My very least concealer to talk about is this Makeup Revolution. My very least concealer that I'm going to be talking about is this Revolution Pro concealer. This is the full cover camouflage concealer, and this is in the shade C12. The reason why it's on my list is that this concealer is that of a neutral / cool undertone. It really doesn't have a bit of warm or yellow undertone to it. I believe you guys will be saying, oh, why is it in this video? The reason why is that it's my favorite concealer. It's like, it's crease proof. It covers pigmentation, hyperpigmentation. It covers like anything of pimples like you can't even see, like under eye circles. This concealer is great for it. You know, it blends out smoothly, well, nicely. That's why I'm featuring it. Not just that, this company did not really extend much of this concealer because obviously there are shades missing in between C12 and C13. But when I get to use it is when I want my makeup to like go highlight a bit lighten up. This is when I use it, meaning I mix my normal yellow undertone concealer with this together. It gives me a very, very perfect coverage finish. But when I use this on its own, I kind of gonna be white, like not white, like my under eye is gonna be like kind of pale. You guys also know the Elegant Cool Tan. That concealer is one of my favorite, but obviously, so I really don't use it in more of my videos or anymore like that. But this came to replace that. So what I'm trying to say is that most of you that use Elegant Pro Concealer, a Cool Tan, which is my favorite concealer, which sometimes I use alone or I use it to pair my what's it called, that concealer, Fun Concealer. So this is my number 9, and this is from Revolution Pro, aka Makeup Revolution Beauty. My number 8 concealer, my least top 8 concealer, is Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in number 45. This concealer is not the favorite concealer people are talking about that they love, which I have here. I'm going to show you guys in a minute. But this concealer is shade number 45. The reason why I like it is because it really got that deep. I'm going to show you guys comparison of all the concealer so you get to see, know, or whatnot. It really got that deep, warm undertone, like golden undertone, like you can't miss it. But the only reason I don't Hello?
Hiya.
I'll call you back. I'm doing my video now. I was in the toilet when you called me.
Oh, sorry. Bye.
Okay, bye. Yeah, this concealer got fuck. Alarm! fuck is going on? Like, you guys don't really want me to do this video, what? So this Maybelline Fit Me concealer in number 45, I got it as well in number 40. So this is 45. So this is my list 8 and this is my list 7. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about these two in the same one. I won't say one word, same one frame, instead of me finishing with 8 and going to 7. So I'm doing 8 and 7 at the same time because they're the same concealer. This 45 is very deep golden undertone, and this 40 is a warm golden undertone, so it's a bit lighter than 45. So the reason why it's on my 8 and 7 is because when you're blending, like, this concealer is very creasing. Like, it is good, the formula is nice, but it's very creasy. Like, when you apply it under your hair and you tend to blend out, each time you go back, it's like, I don't know how to explain when something's creasing. This concealer makes your makeup or foundation creasing, and that's the only reason I really don't use it often. I use it on my client because I can, but on myself it's not really often. I use it when I want to do a playful makeup look, you know what I mean? So yeah, this is my 8 and 7 concealer for deep dark skin girls, which they can use for their foundation, whatever color is the foundation. This concealer from Maybelline Fit Me is actually good. In UK we kind of have a variety of ranges in this Fit Me concealer. That's the only thing I can say they're good about in UK, because it takes forever for us to get any latest product in the UK. That is, it's a matte thing. It's a very creamy product, nice formula, like the consistent is great, but you just make your look, your old concealer thing underneath your eye creasing. For those of us who does not have, like, who have a really smooth under eye, you know, don't bother about dark circles, don't bother about creasy under eye, it is good for you. But there are a lot of us that really have like a hooded eye, fold eye, or eyes that like crease. Not eyes that like crease, but eyes that obviously we need a product to cancel the creasiness from it. You get what I mean? My top 6 concealer, which got a warm golden undertone or yellow undertone, is the Colourpop No-Filter concealer. This made it to my top 6. Why? I'm gonna give you guys why anyway. It's really good. My top 5. This made it to my top 6. Unfortunately, it could not make it to my top 5, but my top 5 are really competitive, whatever concealers. So this is my top 6. I still love it the way I love my top 5, but it's just that I don't use it often the way I use my top 5 often. This is the aesthetic concealer line to the Colourpop No-Filter concealers, because when they came out with concealer, they jumped kind of shades, they jumped kind of ranges of concealer, and the name or the title of each concealer was actually different. Like, you get concealer name as Deep Golden 16 or Tan 50. Those are the 2 concealer I bought from Colourpop. I still have it inside, but those 2 concealer were literally different. But this one was one of the new one, which I got really recently when I ordered their new foundation, and I've used it, and this concealer happens to have a very warm golden undertone. So instead of you guys like going to Colourpop or what concealer to use, 40 is the original name for Tan 50, which is a really cool undertone concealer, but next to 40 is 42, is dark 42. I love this concealer. It's really no filter concealer. Like, when you apply it to your face and finish your makeup, it does not give you any flashback or any creasiness like that. It's actually anti-crease concealer, which I like. Like I said, there's a lot of people that under eye are super great, that they don't bother about creasing concealer, and the majority of us that we have to bother. Like, we don't want under eye to be creasing. If you guys don't know what creasing means, it's like, it's a point like when you apply your foundation, sorry, your concealer underneath your eye, and after the blending you bake it. But if you don't actually blend properly, or if your concealer product does not really anti-crease, it's going to creasing up. This means the breakage of your concealer, like the separation from your face to the formula and your concealer or whatnot. So even if you apply powder, once that place is cracked and break and you apply powder, sorry, that place is gonna be like that through until you take off your makeup. So when we tend to go like anti-crease concealer, we want concealer that even if you apply it under your hair and you blend it and you set it, it's not going to separate, it's not going to break, it's still going to just stay put like that. That's why obviously this top my top 6. I love it. It could not be my top 5 because my top 5 are really great. So guys, I'm going to leave the list of everything I just mentioned in this video and about to mention in this video down below. The way they write it online is different from when you actually apply it to your face and your skin. Like, it's actually different. So you get to buy something before you get to know what how do you call it, before you get to know what concealer is all about, what other tone it is, because sometimes online a lot. So coming up to my top 5 concealer, you know, I think I should swap something around, you know. Coming to my top 5 concealer, I love this concealer. This brand launched last year as at September or so, yeah, September, August, yeah. This brand launched last year and they've really been successful from last year to now, and I believe that this was like the top marketing, what do they call it, they actually put they actually stand out for a lot of brands to like wake up from their slumber, if you know what I mean. I'm talking about the Fenty Beauty. When they launched, they actually like came out there, destroyed the marketplace, like, you know, launched 40 plus shades of foundation with releasing all the foundation, concealer, powder at the same time, without having to wait, without having to think about if it's gonna sell, without having to like extend their shade again. Like, they really paved way. And now we have brands coming up to like, oh, I'm extending my shades, oh, this is what I'm bringing in, like extend their shade range, which is really good. Come on girl, I love Fenty Beauty, I love it. So let me talk about the concealer a bit. So the concealer I'm talking about is the Fenty Beauty Concealer Trio Stick. I believe they said this concealer on its own separately. This is called Suede. It's a really matte cream based concealer. It's not like a liquid cream concealer. This is actually a matte concealer, so meaning it's no liquid form. It's just like, how do you call this formula? Is it funny? It's like a foundation stick but a concealer stick, which is solid, and it got a very warm golden undertones. It does not go creamy on your face. It's matte, but it's like a cream product. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say. The reason why this is in my top 5, what I like it is that this is a very warm golden undertone concealer. Like, it cancels out everything. It recovers hyperpigmentation. You don't need to necessarily color correct your under eye or color correct your skin to apply this concealer. Like, it's full coverage, like the pigment is there, and it's matte. So when you're blending out this concealer, it does not really go too creamy on your face. It sits there, meaning it moves, it's blendable, it moves, but it just blending. Like, there's some concealer that you blend, as you're blending, it's moving with your beauty blender. Whereas this concealer, as you're blending, is spreading out. That's why I like it. I also like it because of the undertone is perfect. The formula is great. It also likes anti-crease. It does not crease your under at all. So not all of us like to go with a very creamy liquidy concealers. Most of us like to go with a bit of matte, and this is, I can't say this is the only matte I've come across, I think, but again, I've not seen any concealer which are in a stick form. But you can say the what's that brand again, the KKW Beauty brand got stick. However, KKW, to me, I feel she don't cater for women of color really. She cater for like Latinas people, you know what, them. But women of color, she really lack the shade, she really lack the undertone. So really, I'm not gonna be talking about KKW because I just feel like it's a worthless product brand. I can't say someone is worthless, but I don't have my brand. But then even if I have to have my brand, I know what to create, I know where the demand is from, and I know how to supply to the community. I don't know, let me stop talking about economics. Yeah, I'm just talking about concealer ranges, because this company out here, they're pissing me off, honestly. Like, coming out with pale shades of concealer, like, what? No, this is 2018. We need variety. Don't exclude people, include people. There's no one color on this earth. There are various colors on this earth. So even there should be a green concealer, because there is a green concealer, but that's a corrector. Okay, so moving on to my top 4 concealer, which got a bit of deep yellow warm golden undertone. I believe we are getting closer to my top 1. So the more I go down, the more concealer, how deep it is, how warm it is, how golden it is. So I'm not going to be talking about concealer that is really more neutral anymore. So this concealer, guys, you guys have known and you guys seen it. Like, this is one of the best affordable concealer that actually came out. It's still part of the best now, but obviously there's lots of brands coming out every day, releasing concealer day by day, so it's pushing this down. So Elegant concealer was really those top concealer that came out with lots of ranges for everybody to use, and it was affordable. This cost £5. Maybe it has lessened that to £4 something, because like obviously people don't buy it as much as we buy other products. But I believe in the majority of community out there, people still tend to go to Elegant for concealer, Pro Contour concealer, because it's affordable. It's what they used to, it's what they know how to use, if you get what I mean. So this concealer is of a deep warm golden undertone. Like, you cannot have anything better than this. This concealer has been my top favorite from day one, even up to now, but I rarely use it, really, because I have very favorite getting used to, so I really don't use it. But however, it's still my, it's still my favorite. So meaning it's something that I keep to use like on a special occasion. This concealer is, whenever I use this concealer, it's really golden, so it really merges into my foundation. It brightens up my makeup. It's actually like proper deep golden warm undertone. Like, it's a bit warm, so it's not really that deep, but it's actually very, very golden, that yellow undertone. So you can actually see there's a yellowness to this concealer, and it works on my skin. I believe it works on a lot of people's skin, but sometimes I don't use it alone. I mix it with also Elegant Pro Concealer in Cool 10. So I believe I measured Cool 10 earlier on, the reason why I like it. So I always mix that together to give me a proper highlighted face. I also want a deep golden undertone on the eye, and also I also want my under eye to be like brighten up. Coming up to my top 3 concealer is a top 3rd concealer for under eye, which got a very deep warm golden yellow undertone. So this concealer is the Catfold Locket concealer. I believe you guys have heard about Catfold and a lot. They got nice range of foundation, you know. I love their foundation. So this is their concealer. It took me a lot of time to actually purchase it. I really don't know why. This used to be my top 1 favorite concealer. I don't know what happened. I believe good things came running my way. So this used to be my top favorite concealer. Like, I cherish it a lot. I don't use it often. I use it on a rare occasion, especially on a special occasion that I really want to look beat. I think I use it on my birthday also, kind of, yeah. So this concealer is a warm golden yellow undertone. It's not deep, it's proper warm, and you can see the yellowness in it. It's just like my Elegant Fawn, but my Elegant Fawn is more deeper than this. So this is actually warm undertone. So this is called D35 Neutral. Is my top 3 now. You'll be wondering, so what is in your top 2? What is this your favorite? you know, yes, it's the work. It is when you're applying underneath your hair, is the best thing ever to happen to you. Like the feeling alone is just so good. Like I love the applicator. It lasts. It definitely will last a very long time. Again, if you're a makeup freak that apply makeup morning, afternoon, evening, every day, this concealer is not going to last for you. You definitely need a backup every time. But as me, I do apply my makeup whenever I'm going out or I'm doing a video. So yes, my product do last me a really long time until I attempt to like repurchase again. But yes, this concealer does not crease underneath your eyes. It blends well. It does not move when blending. It actually sits on your skin and blends well. To my top two, we are almost over with this video. I can't wait to finish it. So my top two concealer is my favorite concealer. So this is the Maybelline anti-age. So this is the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Eraser Concealer, and the shade I got is Tan 11. That is the name here. Recently, maybe a month now, they've actually extended the shade of Maybelline Instant Eraser Concealer in UK, and I believe everyone loved the Instant Anti-Age Rewind. I don't know, I keep missing it. The name is too long. I've been talking for a really long time that I keep skipping the names. Yeah, I believe a lot of people love this concealer, but we were all furious because it didn't come out in a deeper skin color. But I'm happy that their marketing strategy was really nice and they decided to extend their range in this type of concealer, and now it's a go-to buy for everybody. This concealer is a mixture of my Kat Von D Lock-It concealer, which is D35 neutral, and a mixture of my Elegant Pro concealer in Fawn. So putting those two together, you will have this. So this is an anti-age rewind, meaning it makes you underneath your eye more youthful, makes your look more nice. Like the applicator is the best. Like it's the best that ever happened to anybody that has makeup, really. This concealer does not crease compared to the Fit Me concealer that creases a lot. This concealer does not crease. It's actually good. This concealer got a deep yellow golden undertone, and I love it so much that really it is now part of my special thing not to use all the time. So it's really out there. I believe this wouldn't last long because obviously keep with the applicator, it's just gonna run out finish. So I'm having headache now. I just think I should keep on talking. This concealer is great, guys. Like every woman of color, every black girl out there need to get this because it is good. Ooh, we are in my top one favorite concealer that I am loving currently, and this concealer is no other concealer than the Too Faced Born This Way multi-use Cupcake concealer, and the shade I have is in Chestnut. This concealer, obviously Too Faced just launched their extended range of foundation about a month now, and at the same time they launched a concealer with it. So this concealer is said is multi-use, meaning you can either use it to contour, to highlight, to brighten up, to retouch. You can also use it as a foundation. Like you can use it as a simple look use, like a corrector as well. So that's why it's called multi-use. So Chestnut is actually my it's actually my Kat Von D concealer, which is D35 neutral. This is actually the same shade, but obviously it has different formula, different thing it does to the face, but also it has that shade but better of that shade, more warmer and a little bit deep of that shade, if you guys know what I mean. You would think this is a foundation because it's really big. We haven't seen any concealer from any brand that is so big like this. Comparing these two shades together, you can see that the size is way too different. It's way out of this one's league. It's so wonderful. Like the size is big, meaning it's gonna last you almost a lifetime, which is not really true. But what I mean by that is like it's gonna last you longer. Instead, if your concealer you normally last you a month to finish, this will last you 2 months over. And it's a lot of product inside, a lot of formula, not like formula, like the product, the liquid, the concealer inside. It's really a lot, because this is a concealer that looks like a foundation in a foundation shaped bottle. This concealer is a deep golden warm yellow undertone, because it's everything. You can compare this concealer versus the Elegant Pro concealer in front. Is everything, but in front is more yellow than this. But this is a bit golden and deep, but front is more a bit yellow and deep and warm at the same time. So I've been talking concealer scientists now. So yeah, so I love this concealer. This concealer, what it called, does not crease. It doesn't crease at all. I applied this today. I've done a review on this concealer, which is on my channel. I'm going to put the link right up there so you guys to go, check it out. Like, my makeup does not crease. I apply it there. It blends out well and smoothly. It doesn't move. It will spread out to whatever area you want it to go, and it stays there. Even if you turn your eye 10 times before you bake, it does not separate your skin from the concealer. It's actually stay there, blend, make it like, guys, it make where you have crease, like your line in your under eye, creaseless. So meaning there will be no lines. It just cover it up. Smooth finish. This is everything of the concealer I just mentioned today. Like, this is everything. If you can afford those concealer, you can definitely afford these. Or if you cannot afford this, you can definitely afford those concealer. Guys, I am a concealer freak, so I can afford any concealer that is coming my way, because I just feel like I just want it all. I just want to see it. I just like it. The thought of seeing these colors alone, it makes me happy. So guys, I'm gonna leave the link right in the description below of the list to these concealers and where you can get them from with their prices. The reason I also love this concealer is because it's obviously cruelty free, it's vegan can use it, paraben free as well. It's infused with coconut water, with alpine rose water, with what's that again, that is infused with hyaluronic acid. Like, meaning you're not just gonna get your concealer, it's also going to be working to protect your skin as well. Like, who doesn't want that? It's not just gonna be concealing your eye, it's also repairing your skin. So I really want something like that. I believe this video is going longer than I want it to be, but I'm gonna run it off now. So this is the real OG of concealer currently. Like, so guys, this is the end of my top 10 favorite concealer that has deep golden warm yellow undertone concealers for dark skin girls or women of color. So I believe you guys could find your shades, or you're happy to get the same shade. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, slap a like on it. Leave your comment below on your thought. If you have actually used this concealer, leave your comment below on why you loved any one of it, that you've used it. If you have them all, so leave your comment below and tell me which one is your favorite. And if you are yet to buy concealer and you're looking for concealer that is good for you or your skin, why not? The link is down in the description below to get it, and also leave your comment below which is your favorite from this video. My favorite is my #1. And guys, don't forget to subscribe to this channel before you go. Be part of the Jennifer family. Like, you are really needed. Give this video a thumbs up. Click on that notification bell icon or button so you get notified whenever I upload a video. You don't want to miss out on the daily drama, daily news, and whatnot. And until then, guys, I am gonna be seeing you on my next video. So take care of yourself and be nice to others. It's your girl Jennifer, and on that note, I'm calling it peace. Ouch.